I did have a client a couple years ago. I said, okay, this person's an employee, not a contractor. You really need to get them on as an employee. And I think like a month later, they were like, no, we don't want to do it. We don't want to do it. Fine. And what am I going to do? I can't force someone's hand, but they had a unemployment insurance claim or something. They had let the person go. They did an unemployment insurance claim. It kicked off all kinds of audits, payroll tax, sales tax, every audit you can think of. And I was like, I told you that that was going to happen. And I'm not even like an HR person and I'm not even Dan, So,
Right.
and they had to pay all the, like their employee portion of the payroll tax from the point at which they had misclassified them, plus penalties and interest. It was crazy. And I'm sure you've seen that a ton in your career as well, right?
Oh, definitely. And it doesn't just impact big businesses. Small businesses are just at risk for this type of misclassification. And just because you're paying a contractor and they're invoicing you doesn't mean the IRS agrees. Um, Essentially, the IRS is looking at the relationship and following the relationship. They don't really care about the money as much. They want to get their cut of those taxes. So they're going to look at that relationship. And that's why we have all of these different tests that the different states have. But really, in order to be fully compliant, you need to make sure that your classification process is bulletproof. So if you have multiple contractors, each one of those could potentially be a misclassified worker. So you definitely want to make sure you're doing that correctly.